Hello there, nature viewers. Welcome, every single American out there who was watching this. Happy 4th of July! Happy 250th to America! For me, I never thought that I would ever be living through an actual, real milestone. I knew that eventually the time would come where maybe I would celebrate, a 50th or another 100th century. But, this recent right now, this is as recent as it's ever gonna get. I mean, shoot, if I am able to live till 2076, then hey, that's gonna be something. But for right now, I'm gonna appreciate this time right now. You can see that they're already starting the fireworks over there. I got a couple myself. I mean, it was kind of hard though. I had to, really get there. They had the last of them, and heck, I just bought whatever was on my mind. I mean, of course, I kept a, good budget of $120. I'm not even joking. I literally just went to the TNT store today because I knew I had to get some, before it was too late. I mean, they're probably still open right now. It's not even 9 o'clock yet, but heck, I just had to get some, just to stay prepared so that way we could get ready for the epic showdown. And I bet there's a lot of other people out there who, are going to be doing this too, so it's just great to celebrate. But of course, since this is National Geographic, we got to go ahead and cover, why exactly do we celebrate 4th of July? I know I made an episode about this before, but heck, if I'm going to do this again because, I just want to, not just for fireworks, then we might as well share why. I wouldn't say that there's a lot to, overcover, since this is basically just about the meaning of the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution that was signed, where we, the people, yes, we the people have a voice, and we're able to do anything that we can in America, or we're all meant to be free, no matter, what the color of your skin is, or no matter, how you look. You are a person, and you matter to the world, and nobody should try to, enslave you to being, somebody else, or to not even be a person at all, because that's not what this is supposed to be about. It's not fair for people to, not be who they want to be, or not set out to really actually be important, because you are. For more better clarification, I might have not said this before, or maybe I have, but I'll just say it again. There's obviously the stripes and the stars on the American flag, but what about the stripes? That's the more important thing. The stripes mainly indicate the 13 states or 13 colonies that were first to declare their independence. The other states came along the way, but they remain as stars, while the stripes are mainly, the passion for the amount of people that fought to survive for this, or the amount of people that wanted this to happen. Of course, during the 1800s, this is when slavery started to happen, the War of 1812, the other wars that would later progress. That's the main thing that's kind of trying to take us down a little bit, is all the wars that happen. War is of course a strong thing, and it kind of is the reason why we always have to refer back to what we are. We're freedom of speech. We get to, well, okay, not all of us can really say what we want, but we can say something if it's on our chest, and we feel like it matters, because of course you do. But sometimes we start wars and we don't know how to end them because it just is out of our control, which there's a difference between whether or not, we are somebody that starts a war, or there's another country that starts a war on their own and they go with something else, which that's fine. We should always stay neutralized as much as we can, unless if it comes to the point in World War II where other ones start taking over and it becomes too big, and if we don't stop it, then it's most likely going to end us all. Then I guess that leaves us with no choice. But for the most part, we should try to avoid that at all costs, which is what we've managed to do. So, even though that some of these fireworks right now kind of sound like missiles, we still try our best to, keep our independence and stay free out of this, because we are a free country. Now, even though that we are not getting into any wars at any time, it's kind of hard, to stay away from that, because the amount of things that politics are doing these things is kind of making it impossible to avoid that. It's almost pushing us more and more. It's like they keep pushing the line as far as they can go until eventually it's going to be too late. But that's where we have to go in and tell them, hey, we got to start working this out a little bit more better than having to start firing missiles all the time. Now, of course, I can't explain this as much more as it needs to be, but it's been 250 years since we signed that Declaration of Independence, and we've still been doing good as much as we can. But you really got to think about, are we really getting close to probably more problems starting? Because I mean, so far there kind of has been ever since the ice tragedy has been happening to many people who aren't exactly speaking English, then that really is a hard thing to think about, or a hard thing to have to watch, knowing that there are immigrants out there that are pushing these people to go back somewhere else, or almost even killing them. Yeah, I know, it is actually true, but I mean if you notice that from last year, then you can tell that it's still been going on this year, and we've been trying to fight our best to end this, or hopefully, like, you know, bring a stop to this, maybe, but it just keeps on going. Now, even though it's not led up to a war, still, that is a tragedy or a problem that's happening in this world, and nobody knows how to take control of it. Obviously, like, you know, the president, he's not obviously going to try to do that, but what should we really try to do, okay? What should we really think about? I mean, if he's not choosing, you know, to take a part of something that, okay, I'm just going to say this, but he's kind of in on it. He really is on it. But if he's not choosing to take a part of something that's obviously a problem, then what does that mean for us? Does that mean that we're going to start having problems too? Does that mean that we're slowly going to start approaching our way to a next war? It's hard to think about. And the amount of times that, you know, I've had to hear politics in, like, you know, school or at home, or just, like, you know, just thinking about it in general, it's hard. Like, I try not to. I'm going to be completely honest, okay? I don't talk about politics a lot. But these recent years, it's been hard for me to avoid that because, you know, it's a problem that I'm thinking about. Is it going to really kill me? Like, it's getting to the point that maybe I'm probably going to die because of this too. I know I'm not old enough to actually be in the military yet, but, like, still, like, okay, here's the scary fact though. You could actually be having nothing happening to you at all, and you could still die because maybe somebody tries to nuke us. Alright? I'm sorry, like, I'm not trying to scare anybody out there, but this is a hard thing that's happening right now. Like, when we're not selling things out, then this is how far they go. But I mean, since we're celebrating, you know, this holiday in particular, then it kind of draws out our attention from all the bad things. Because, hey, as long as we're spreading joy for this time right now, then we shouldn't really be worrying about anything whatsoever. A firework display that lighting up the sky at night, of course, honors the first spontaneous celebrations. The parades, of course, the marching bands and floats that showcase the local civic pride, which means that, yes, we are proud of what we've been able to do. Barbecues and picnics, of course, family gatherings feature classic American cookout foods. Can't believe the light just turned off and, you know, that one didn't. And then the red, white, and blue, of course, you know, wearing the nation's colors symbolize the valor, purity, and justice that we've put through. So, hey, as long as we're doing something, you know, to look on the bright side of things, then we shouldn't really be too worried at all. But if we're not fixing these things, it will get out of hand. And the one last thing that I'll show you is this little thing that the cameraman, I'm surprised that the cameraman actually did this. I didn't. He did this for his art class or whatever reason, but I'll show you right now. Come here. It's good. It's a good thing. This is the artwork right here. This was his, like, final that he had to turn in, but it's really cool though. It's a collage. It was either supposed to be a protest or a propaganda, but he chose a propaganda, which is really great though. If you were to bring this out, it would really catch your eye and make you think, wow, there's a lot of detail put into this. So I'll just go ahead and let you, you know, glance over it. You can pause the video if you have to, just to catch every single detail out there, because it really is great. But I'm gonna read the summary on the back because, you know, that's what they had to do. But it really is great because, you know, it helps you know, like, what this is actually supposed to mean and, you know, why you chose to do this for whatever reason. So here we go. This is called Who Will Survive in America? My collage of artwork is a style of propaganda that at first glance looks like a protest, but it's meant to show what point we are living in at this time with Trump's war with Iran and anything he'll plan on doing in the second term, only choosing to do these things for himself and nobody else. A lot of American flags with red, white, and blue textures are spread around as we still try to celebrate what good we've made in the last 250 years. The amount of times, however, going into political association has made it feel impossible to speak on anything important or big involving politics, with even including the elephant and donkey on opposite sides as a detail, but not giving details under design with the US. What ties everything together is a saying that catches everybody's attention: who will survive in America, with an alternative album cover in the middle of the chaos coming from one of the most popular hip-hop albums, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, that ends on this note of what problems are still continuing in this modern time era. These include racism, segregation, liberation movements, and any tensions of multi-race American issues. With the amount of riots involving these situations, as well as Trump's way to starting a war, the pressure scares everybody to how our country is going to settle these things out with Trump in charge of this mostly, which begs the question, who will survive in America, with a chance for hope to reach out to somebody that could turn this upside-down world full of struggles to its right side back up again, as power in the wrong hands has a chance to killing us all in a fight for survival. As you can tell right there, that was definitely, like, you know, a perfect way to write this though. I mean, a good amount of words right there, and heck, look at that. Perfect score. So, yeah, hopefully this, you know, really sticks to your mind about what we're doing right now. Alright, well now we got that out of the way, so it's time to set out the fireworks. This is gonna be fun. I usually don't ever play with fire, but now I am. Alright, here we go. Oh boy! Whoa! Kill him! Oh! Whoa! Too bright to see. Oh my god, the smoke's coming in my face. Yo! Wow! Oh! Oh my gosh! Oh, this is definitely something. Yeah! Oh, we got another one, yo! Oh, I can't see! Oh, his eye! Oh, he's bald! He's bald! Yeah! Yeah! Happy 4th! Yeah! Oh! Another one, another one! Yeah! Boom! Firepower! Firepower! Yeah! Yes! Oh! Oh my gosh! The other one didn't even go. Yeah, let's go. I got a little one. Woohoo! Woo! Happy 4th! Yeah! Oh! Oh! Yeah! Oh, come on, come on! Piece of trash. This thing is on fire! Wow, 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 wow! Oh, it's gonna go! Oh my gosh! I thought the thing was gonna shoot up towards me. The show must go on! Oh yeah, here we go, here we go! Whoa! Oh, that's it? It's inside a box. Oh, come on. Alright, everybody, here we go. Whoa! Red and green, red and green. Yeah, yeah. Oh! Now, this is what I call a masterpiece. Oh! Wow! Dang! Wow! It's still going! Oh! Oh my god, my eyes! Whoa! You got a few of these little poppets right here. Let's throw them up in the air. Oh, that barely did anything though. But these things are always fun to use. Here we go! Grand finale! Oh! Got all colors in it! Whoa! Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go! Here we go! Sparkle, 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 sparkle! Oh! Oh my god, that was a waste. That was a waste. 0 out of 10. Well, I guess that was it. But hey, it was fun while it lasted, which is all that matters right now. And I hope that maybe we could keep this going as we cherish the amount of moments we continue on with the amount of freedom though. Celebrating 250 years of America. And I think this is a really great spot to end the episode. So yeah, I'll just go from here. Well, thank you guys for enjoying today's episode of Brady's National Geographic. This was hopefully something that maybe you could have at least got, enough information to understand what point in time we're living right now with, what's going on out there in the world. And even though that we shouldn't really worry about that for the moment, still, what's going on though, we gotta make sure that we never, ever get to extreme measures. But with that said, make sure to subscribe to National Geographic Official, this channel, so we can make it grow more. Follow our TikTok, the cameraman's Instagram, and yeah, with that said, I suck at endings, and happy 250th birthday to America. And, the fireworks that we've had right now, it was really great though. I wish that, finale could have probably been at least like a little bit more sparkly, but I still enjoyed it. Although, I just hope that, the next few days, I don't start hearing gunshots now, because I feel like this is probably where it's going to happen. So, please stay safe out there, because even though that July 4th might already be over, not for a lot of people. But I'll talk to you soon, though, because we'll be heading right back to the Geographic series. So, we'll see you soon. Bye!